Hey, my kiddies! Welcome to Toonsday Tuesday, episode 96. We'll talk about Craig of the Creek. Okay, now, before we jump into the topic, to say that, I will somewhat be eating my words tonight. I cannot hear you.
Hello?
Yes.
I was about to say something before you get into it. You started the stream with a big smile. Your face looks full and bright and happy, which means before you even opened your mouth, I knew you liked this show. Ha! To
Yeah.
look happier tonight than you've looked in a while on this show in terms of like immediate appearance.
Okay, well, I mean, do you want to get into it or do you?
Go back to what you were saying. You're eating your words. Hopefully, all right. Here you go. Here you go. Here
Okay.
you go.
Yeah. I will be eating my words tonight a bit
Okay, a bit.
because Cackles and Success right. I did enjoy it somewhat, but my main nitpick, and this one is just because of the timing we're in. 12 minutes is not long enough for a cartoon, in my opinion.
And would say it depends on what the goal of the cartoon is. It is bite-sized, fun chunks. Like it is a story that is in and out.
Yeah, well, I mean, I will admit, yes, we did get disconnect with the capsules in a great way, but I I wanted a bit more to each episode.
All right. Well, the good news about that is there were many more episodes.
Yeah, I know that. But I mean, that's my only gripe about it is that with the time period that Cartoon Network is in these days, they're not doing the full, 2 7-11 minute. Sorry, let me rephrase. Did not do the 11 minutes for the two segments that they used to have when I was growing up. I
Right.
mean,
I would say it's similar to how Adventure Time had like 11-minute episodes.
yes, and I was just, I, I did like Adventure Time with that format, but I mean, that and I believe Record Show was that way. Correct me if I'm wrong,
Hmm.
but was it Record Show 11 minutes?
I believe it was. Let me check.
Okay,
Okay. Mm, yeah, regular show, 11-minute episodes also.
okay. So yes, I like that, and I will say this, and I'm not 100% on it, but it's probably just the feel of, you know, I watched it on Max, so that it, that 12, 11, 12 minutes went by fast without, two free commercial breaks, you know?
Yeah.
So, yeah. Hmm.
I'm going to say something else.
Go ahead.
Another show that this very, very, very much reminds me of, and I
Yeah.
don't know if you've watched it. Um, do you remember a show called Recess?
Yes. Yes.
This show feels like a modern day Recess, and Recess was also 10-minute episodes.
Yeah, I could see that. I mean,
I think if the episodes that we saw were longer, they would have the story would have dragged.
I mean, I get that. I do. But, I mean, let's also, realize that, you know, I'm saying this as a almost 40-year-old adult who grew up on, the 24-minute episodes from cartoons as a kid.
Well,
So,
even when you were a kid, there were 10 and 11-minute episodes for different shows. Like
yeah,
Chowder.
had two, in my memory, it had two segments, 11 minutes each.
Yeah, Chowder, Flapjack. Uh,
Oh, don't get me started on Flapjack.
hey, I love Flapjack. It's one of my all-time favorite shows.
Okay, Flapjack was that one show that I watched it, but I loved to hate it.
Hmm.
So, yeah.
All right, but let's get into the actual episode.
Okay, now we begin with Craig wanting to map out the creek, and to do this he was trying to find a good place to draw. He tried to use the table, but his brother and his brother's friend kicked him out so they could study for a test they had coming up pre-algebra, I believe. And then he tried to move to the living room, but his younger sister could basically kicked him out by turning on the news in the stock market and pretending to help for stuffed animals invest. Then he went to his dad's workout room slash family room, I would call it. And, he, his dad said, yeah, you could do all here, but since he was on the bike, he really left it up and started to blow his self away. So he went to, I'm guessing, the entrance to the creek to do his walk a pitch. And forgive me, it's Luce and JP, right?
Right.
Okay, it's first Luce and JP come up, and sometimes they're looking at the map and they basically say, hey, if almost of the creek has been explored except for the center of the Poison Ivy Grove,
All right.
which
Before we go any further, I'm going to say something.
uh,
I am glad that we did both watch the same episodes because there is a pilot episode, and I wasn't certain whether or not you were going to have watched that.
I didn't even know about it, so
Because, like, you know how Craig starts off and he has this sort of like magic staff with like
yeah,
the gem at the top?
yeah,
That's something that he gets in episode one where he meets the people and like first sees the creek.
okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Max did not have that, so
Okay.
yeah,
So HBO Max doesn't have the pilot episode?
yeah, weird, right?
Yeah, okay. All right, well continue.
But yeah, and then they're like, let's go explore this and name it after ourselves, and they proceed to go to, I'm gonna forget the name that they use, but the trade market.
Yeah, it's where all the kids gather together to basically trade like snacks and like things that they find. It's the economy of the creek because
Yeah,
it's like the creek is basically its own entire self-sustained um, economy and civilization, but it's just the kids running it.
Yeah, no,
Yeah, like I was saying, like very similar to Recess.
yeah, really. Yes, I will give that, but I will also give that, you know, unlike Recess, this doesn't have a safety kid with everything in his jacket. Yeah. But no, they get to the trademark. They get some common with because they're assuming that they're gonna possibly touch Poison Ivy.
Oh, so possibly about that.
Yeah, no, that's my thought. But, you know, they shoot up if I'm gonna credit to hazmat suits was it's a white garbage bag with like plastic masks.
I'm gonna say those hazmat suits were too clean and too well made. They
Yeah,
needed to be messier.
yeah, no, I clearly get that. This was something that I, and I hate to say this, but for that particular instance, I think Kisner still did that hazmat suit battle. So, yeah. But, yeah, no, they could all set it up. They proceeded to hide to the grove. They got to the grove. They proceed in with caution and JP was still decently in the policy ivy. I don't know how far it was.
Yeah, it seemed like an entire forest.
Yeah,
I don't even know how something like that
JP's.
exists and that hasn't been like cleared out some.
Yeah, no, like, I'm honestly thinking the animals might have animated a bit too much policy ivy.
Part of it could also just be like what they view it as, because to a kid, everything is giant.
Yeah, true. Now, JP's has not suit gets ripped and he gets touched by Policy Ivy. So they're like, you know, containment breach, let's get out here, let's take over. And JP's like, no, you know, no, it's too late for me, you take it on. And obviously they're not gonna leave their friend behind, so they grab him, run to a clearing with how convenient there is this random clearing within running distance of the ivy that they're in. But
Well,
yeah,
really, there
no,
probably should have been. Yes, I know the map showed us just like one giant circle with nothing else there, but there had to have been like other places around because like I wouldn't grow in this like completely perfect plain giant donut.
I mean, you're right, but I mean, you you would agree that they made it look like that.
Right.
So, but I mean, they get to discover they basically squat cameras right on his stomach. He's trying not to eat. He ends up eating toaster and they continue on wolf and then once they get fall into the ivy they hear something and they run for a tree because there was something in the ivy. I'm gonna equate it to a poison ivy song because of the way it was moving. It really seemed like they were going for like a shock Jaws motif with that.
I
Yeah,
can see
hey,
that.
the dog was but yeah, no, it's definitely something that they really portrayed well. Now, Craig was like, well, they were climbing across the branches, a branch fell. Craig was down the too. Hey, we're damned. Craig's like, we have to jump. It would be fun. Let's jump. 1, 2, 3. Jump. And they end up jumping on to a trampoline, which is just in this perfect circle in the ivy.
Oh, and hello, Deej. Good to see you, man. I mean, Devil Dog. Why am I saying Deej? Devil Dog. I'm reading. I'm reading what Devil Dog said.
Yeah,
But yeah, hey, Devil Dog.
yeah. You have me confused.
Don't worry.
It was the mystery creature that was in the ivy comes out and it's a boy. What was his name? Cackles?
Yeah, the name of the boy that was immune to the poison ivy. I
Yeah,
don't know his name. I'm looking for it right now.
okay. Whatever with them,
But
so.
he came in like this majestic forest spirit who
Yeah,
has basically hiding out in the ivy because
he's
needed
amazing.
alone time.
Yeah.
Hmm. Okay, let's find some characters. Characters. I don't see it.
Okay.
There are too many characters on the list.
Uh, uh,
Okay, the scratchless one.
yeah, the
Yeah, he doesn't
scratch.
have a name. It is just the scratchless one.
Okay, the scratch was one. Well, he's just a mean to the IV, and it was the I've come to play here because I'm basically alone. No one plays with me, so I play on my own. Now, I do leave out that, Clark and Lindsay's, no, coaches, sorry, they get damaged as well. So they're wondering how we could get back through the Ivy. And they have just, well, the truck gets to them when JP holds the dinner bell. And they're wondering how we could get out here. So they have the scratchers one basically vote them out of the grove and into a backyard.
Yeah, because from the center of the basically the center of the creek, from what the map looked like, you could bounce
Yeah,
one bounce from a trampoline all the way out towards the houses.
yeah, and
Science.
I mean, I'm not even sure if that was like Cliff's house they rented at or whoever's house it was. But can you imagine just say that if you have three random kids falling into your backyard, how would you feel about that?
Um, well, I'd go inside and shut the door because that's something I would not want to deal with.
Yeah, I would agree with that. Now, I enjoyed this episode. It was good. And well, let me say this. I'm I'm willing to rate it a good 7.5 out of 10.
All right, for me, um, as an introductory episode, if this was going to be your first episode watching, like it was for you, um, yes, they do jump right into it. They don't really like explain people, but you were given enough information to get through context clues what these people are like. Their personalities are clear. The jokes are good and fast and easy to understand. The animation style is nice and fluid. It is. I
Yeah,
would give this like an 8.5. It does not
Nice.
reach the heights of like a 9, but I'd say it's more than just like, I'd say it is really good.
Yeah, and I will add this information to be completely transparent with you. This was the first full episode of what one it was of Lemon Sailor just when I did have okay, satellite TV in my room. I only saw like part of a episode and I was thrown off by it because I literally came in like in the middle of it, not knowing what was going on.
Oh, so you had like no context.
Yeah, so no context whatsoever.
Yeah, I'm gonna say coming in 5 minutes into an 11-minute episode of a show that you've never seen before might be a little rough.
Yeah, so I mean, you can see why I was like hesitant to watch it because like I had this experience and I'm like, wait, I didn't even know if it was like the first episode or if it was episode 8. So,
All right, well, that's why we have our rule that we do like the 2 episodes before we can like actually get some form of opinion on this.
yeah, no. But, yeah, I mean, it was definitely a good episode. And, the episode itself that talked about was good. But getting into episode 2,
Now,
do
for the
you
start of
want?
episode 2, I'm gonna say I do like that very early on they are showing you more of the other characters. So it's not just it is the show's name is Craig of the Creek, but
Yeah,
he's not the only person who's going to get story focused. I do like that.
yeah, no, I mean, I like that too, but I will, well, you could continue on with it, but yeah,
Okay, so the second episode really starts off with Kelsey, and well, basically, it is Craig going over to visit Kelsey and how she lives alone with her father. So she is she's like the only child character. She has her pet bird, and she's very imaginative. They're all imaginative, but she seems to like carry a lot of the stuff with her wherever she goes. It's why she wears her cape. It's why she carries her crafted sword. It's a big part of her big personality, and I do like that. Um, but you can tell that she does feel lonely a bit, and her friends and the creek and all the other stuff are things that make her feel just make her feel better. Make her feel better. And when they arrive at the creek, um, I believe that is where she gets tagged. No, she doesn't get tagged just yet. It is tag does start.
yeah,
And apparently tag has been this roaming marauding force that has swept through the creek and can appear at random intervals because they're tag isn't just a game that starts, tag is a constant worry and presence that began many years ago.
mm,
Eventually, she does get tagged, and this episode becomes about her. Well, them originally try and get her to pass on the tag to someone else,
yeah,
but she does not want to do that. She does not want to curse another living being with the curse of being it.
yeah. Now, they do go to the Creek outdoors who are in like who are in the middle of a D&D campaign.
Ah, yes, the keepers, the guardians, the ancient wisdom.
Yeah. Now, I mean, they proceed to debate for like about who was the first to get tagged because no one really knew how it began. And, they debate Clark Country and JP proceed to leave the episode then. And, you know, I don't remember exactly what happens, but JP offers like Country to take his dog, the
Yeah,
big wolf. They want to get Tag out of the creek, and the only possible way to do that is, according to Kelsey, if she leaves the creek forever.
becoming a wandering knight of some sort,
Yeah, yeah,
sacrificing herself.
yeah. Now, Clark was like, oh no, you don't need to do that. We will find one. But to actually get Tag out of the creek, they basically had to find someone who hasn't been in the creek.
Right, right. But before that, Craig does accidentally get tagged by Kelsey
Yeah,
and is given a vision of the first tag, and he's shown that by death.
yeah,
Death literally just takes him to the past, so he sees the beginning of the game.
okay. That's a nitpick I have with this answer.
Okay, how is it a nitpick? It's just okay. Things are a little crazier than they seem.
Yeah, I mean, I would get over a little, but Craig seemed the first tag, and I believe the presided has after
Now, he did fall out of a tree, so he could have just had a concussion.
most
if
likely.
if you want to treat it that way, he just had a concussion and didn't receive medical attention.
Yeah, but I mean, it was where like they come up with the idea of we need to get Tech out of the creek. We need to find someone who doesn't have ties to the creek to get rid of. And who? who else would they get but Chris Bro? And I forget his name.
Let me see. Character name. Bernard.
Like so they get Bonan to come to the creek and basically they trick him and they figured that they were gonna have trouble helping study for the SAT and they just dress up JP's dog as a teacher and they even got drum but it was for the PSAT. Now, Craig trips over his blow attack him, and JP is not JP. Brendan
Bernard.
is Bernard is just like, you be real around and going to surgery because you tripped me.
Yeah, I do find it fun how the solution to everyone's problem with this game is to tag someone who just doesn't care about the game, is just ignoring it.
Yeah,
Because that's all they needed to do. Just say, like, okay, I'm not playing anymore. And then
yeah,
everything would have been solved. But they were so
yeah,
wrapped up into the game that they couldn't do that.
yeah. Now I will say this, and this is well, this is a detail I remember from the episode that I watched. Bernard, oh, yeah, Bernard level on, I know, is hanging around with the other teenagers with their own like hideout. I'm not sure what it's called.
The elders.
A good to elders.
Yeah, I don't know
Yeah,
what their hideout is called, but they're the elders of the creek.
yeah, and Bernard becomes an elder. So yeah.
Spoilers, man.
It's a spoil. Uh, the, yeah, no, I mean, it was a okay episode. Uh, I mean, honestly, for me, let's have a bit more role of the quick in it, which I did like. I do because you built in that universe that is the creek, so that's good. But I mean, really, this episode for me at least was mid-tier. I mean, I would put it at like a 6 even, but that's just where I would put it. What about you, Pickles?
I put it at 7.75. I do like the fact that they're focusing on other characters even this early. It do like the more filling out of the world, establishing the elders, the involvement of Craig's brother, um, some of the weirder elements that were introduced are kind of just goofy and fun. The show is still like very funny, very frenetic in terms of like the way things happen. They do pack quite a lot into these quick 11-minute episodes, and I liked it. So yeah, I give this one just a 7.5. It's good, nothing too special to stand out. Just good.
Yeah, that's kind of where I am. I mean, it's good. It's not in the wolf thing I'd say, but it's not the best.
All right.
So, yeah. Now, let me pose this question to you, Pickles. And I think you know what it is.
Not quite.
What do you want to do next week?
Okay. Well, I did pick this one. What were
Okay,
you thinking about?
so,
I was actually going to bring up possibly watching a movie instead of a show.
okay, any, any movie in particular?
I mean, nothing had like immediately popped up. It was, I mean, part of me was thinking like Last Unicorn.
Okay,
I don't know if you've ever seen that.
I, I haven't never really watched it, so,
Uh, but what were you thinking about? Like, what's a show that you would really want to like pop on it? I would suggest going off of what happened today,
yeah,
you picking a show that you initially did not like and letting us watch the first episodes.
okay. Okay, so if we want to get off of a show that I did not enjoy,
Or just something you thought you might not enjoy. Something like
okay,
outside your comfort zone, I would say.
okay, so let me pull something up real quick and take a peek because I know there is something that I, I just can't put my finger on it without looking at it. But let me ask this question real quick. Pickles, and if you don't, I know you have a way to find it, but do you have access to Netflix?
Yes, I do.
Okay, okay, so the show that, you know, I'm leaning towards more of the I did not like it, but it was decent for what it is. Have you ever watched, and let me finish the name before you say yes.
Okay.
Reboot the Golden Code.
Why would you do this to me? Why? Do you want me to retaliate?
Hey,
Do
it's
you want
just
me to make you suffer?
it's up to you.
I really don't want to watch that show.
Hey,
I will. I will. If that's like the choice.
you asked for something I did not particularly like.
I mean, something to give like a second opinion on. Like, hey, maybe go back and like find something good in it. Okay, we're okay. If you want to do that, we'll watch Reboot the Guardian Code.
Okay, guys, I think we're gonna do it because I know when I edit, I'm gonna get a earful from Kegels. So, guys, thank you for tuning in. Come back next week, and we will see you on Friday
If
for
I
another
survive,
silly. Alright, bye, guys.
help me.